And welcome once again to Apex Academy, Halcyon City's premier educational institution for gifted youth. As always, we are joined by the young Argonauts. So let's meet the team.
I'm Daedalus. I play the brains of the group. I occasionally have a good idea that works out.
I play Discordia, also known as Eris, in her waking, walking life, and I am the team's muscle.
Oh, is it me?
Waiting on D.
Yeah, my name is Dan, and I play Prometheus. I am a magic-using scion, which means I am the child of an arch-villain.
I'm Emrys. I'm playing Calamity, also known as Null Zone. And apparently, at least last session, I did a lot of the group's moral support / cheerleading.
So, during that last session, it was the Apex Academy Winter Formal, but in the summer, Enchantment Under the Sea, but in winter, but in summer.
Because really, why not?
Because why not? And everyone was having a good time. The teenage hormones were all aflutter and percolating.
I hijacked the introduction music.
Yes, you did. You hijacked the introduction music, much to the chagrin of at least some of your classmates.
I don't know why anyone was complaining. I thought it was a good time.
Well, and it was a good time until the dance was attacked by seemingly time-displaced villains. Tex Tyler, the Terrible Tailor, and his henchmen.
Messrs. Tweed and Ragnar.
Yes,
Don't forget about Beatnik.
along with the Beatnik.
It seems great, to be honest.
I would be perfectly happy to forget about Beatnik.
Understandable.
Well, the team all came through.
Some of us wearing less clothing than others.
Some of you wearing less clothing than others.
Some of us wearing our normal faces.
But that sort of put the kibosh on, put a damper on the evening as far as teenage fun was concerned.
Oh, I don't know.
Or maybe not. At any rate, the official festivities more or less came to a close with Checkpoint basically telling everyone, okay, if everyone will go back to your rooms or back to the dormitories, we'll clean up, we'll take care of things here, and we'll discuss it in the morning. Gives you that sort of well, basically drops the curtain on things that way. Two sort of things you know at the end of the evening are that 3 of the 4 attackers were disappeared at the end of the evening, leaving the tailor himself, and that Eris's faculty advisor, Mr. Podesta, aka Hardcase, was found unconscious in the basement.
That doesn't seem ideal.
So
Where Victor and I were also found. Oops.
they're going to take him to the infirmary and, I'll just sort of open things up there. I will open things up there to see how the team sort of responds to the early end of the dance. And you try to sort of, well, what you do from there. Is there a sweet after party? I don't know.
Oh, are we picking up at the same?
Yeah, we're
scene?
picking up at the exact same moment.
Oh shit! So
I guess what I would probably do is I would probably ask Daedalus if he has a blast chiller in his lab.
A blast chiller?
I want to preserve this cake.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were talking about some sort of weapon. Yes.
I thought you were going to ask to preserve the bodies. Jesus Christ!
No, the bodies are dust now. At least that's what I was given to understand, that they were kind of disintegrated.
Like dust in the wind.
Like sand through the hourglass.
Right. Yeah, sure. We have a way to preserve the cake outside of normal refrigeration.
Lovely.
Okay. So, Clymene is interested in cake preservation. And I guess Daedalus is going to help him with that.
How far after the dance are we talking here? Because I had designs on walking Priya back to her room.
Yeah, because like.
Well, then, then why don't we sort of...
Yeah, I also ended the session with
In a-
my arm wrapped around Eris's
lower
lower back
It's a pretty awkward spot for us. 'Cause-
while in boxer briefs.
and Sonodora, who he had earlier been,
Canoodling.
canoodling with under the staircase, had caught us.
What are we, Mr. and Mrs. Cleaver? Me and my girlfriend Sonodora, we're making out.
Okay, they were sucking face under the stairs. If you want to be base.
Yeah, no, we don't have to be base. We could just use the term.
They're not base,
Making
they're
out.
bays.
Swapping spit.
As in, Sonodora is Victor's bae.
It's super
Ugh.
cute. Just
Get on,
out.
catch up with, 2008.
Yeah,
And,
that 2008 is right if you're going to use Bay.
And I can wrestle the cake into the blast chiller alone because I managed to set it up and hide it from you guys here alone, too.
They actually don't have a blast chiller. They have one of those really bougie reverse griddle things that they use on Iron Chef, the thing where it's like a hot plate but reverse, where it flash freezes things. You have to put the whole cake on there and it turns into a block of ice.
Shit.
Okay.
No, I'm just being.
So,
It's more likely a liquid nitrogen cooled oven or refrigerator.
Yeah, it'd be like a box for flash freezing biological specimens.
Right.
So then Clymene is going back to the dorms to freeze a cake. Julius.
Julius is
Is
hoping
walking.
to stop his own spit.
That's the game plan. In a very gentlemanly, kiss goodnight sort of way, not a hiding under the stairs during the dance sort of way.
Such a puritanical group tonight. Okay. So then, Priya's kind of bummed because, she was having fun until, the supervillain attack.
But she did fight awesomely, so there was that. Because I don't know if you remember, but I did the whole drunken master thing with the exosuit
I remember.
and created an opportunity, and she kind of swooped in and finished Raglan off.
Listen to him talk about his girlfriend.
Damn straight.
Right, man.
And, now she knows your unlock code for your cell phone, so.
Well, there's that.
Oh.
That's pretty intimate. Okay, so then why don't we look at what Victor and Eris are doing? They had set off.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, shit. I think I had already said that Eris is just going to freeze because it's one of those moments where you know if you can't say it's not what it looks like without sounding like it's exactly what it looks like.
But it's not what it looks like.
You did just kind of, well, no. Okay, never mind. And what does Sonadora do, Simon?
She,
Because that'll tell me how to react. We're bros, remember?
yeah,
She should trust me.
I'm sure. I'm sure. You know, she's,
I'd like to not get zapped again.
yeah, she sort of, gives a sort of like slow kind of, you know, I'm gonna leave you to it. You clearly have a lot in the middle of, let's call it team mission.
Oof.
Let's call this team activities.
Team building.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Eris is going to take a step away from Victor and be like, no. Can you go get help? He's unconscious. Because she doesn't have a clutch. She doesn't have a cell phone. She doesn't even have a goddamn comm in. And her mentor is lying on the ground unconscious.
Okay. What she does is she chants and sort of does hermetic gestures and opens her hand, and an old hummingbird sort of manifests and sort of zips off down the hallway. He will carry the message faithfully.
Thank you so much.
Victor, tell Victor it was a...
I mean, I'm standing right here.
I thought you were unconscious.
No, hard case is unconscious.
Got it.
I'm gonna say, like...
Victor's alive and
Yeah,
well,
there.
warm and very almost naked.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, Sonadora, look at me, like, feel my feelings. This is not what it looks like. I needed to pull her out of danger, and I'm not wearing any clothes because I had to take them off so I couldn't be controlled. You watched me run down the hallway and burn off my clothes.
Eris is definitely making grumpy noises at Victor. Like,
Yeah.
And in person.
oh man.
And
Victor,
then he's gonna do like the nervous gesture back thing. He's gonna say, besides, baby, this is Eris. You know she doesn't think about me that way.
Jesus.
No, Eris is onto this. Like, this, she feels really bad.
Says, you know, Victor, nothing is ever easy with you, is it?
No. We're superheroes. Nothing is ever easy, period.
You're superheroes.
That's not fair. You don't have the same grooming that we do, but the work that you and the Wolfpack do is just as important.
Okay. Look, we should focus on what's going on. We should focus on this. There's clearly a lot of work to do right now.
I agree. I also need clothes.
Offer you my sash because I tied somebody up with it.
Can't he just like magic the appearance of clothes?
Yeah, but that would require me to expend my energy almost constantly on just making it so that I had clothes on, and I would still be cold.
Fair.
It would just look like I was wearing clothes.
I mean, you're in sort of like
when
the gym.
When
You're
Daedalus
in the
makes
gym.
that
There's
comment,
lots of, like,
Victor
gym-
snaps his finger.
Daedalus isn't there.
Oh, okay. I
there's
was
lots of,
going to
like,
say,
gym
Hey, is
uniforms.
anybody gonna clue Victor in on comms that we're being sent away from the area and our dates are being sent home?
I assume so.
I'll go ahead and do it since
I'm
Daedalus is
occupied.
yeah. Since Daedalus is trying to have his hands full, so I'll go ahead and do it while my hands are full of cake.
Oh man.
All right.
We set the tone for tonight, guys.
So you know that basically the dance is cut short. I was saying it before, but because it's the gym, there are lots of like track uniforms and.
Oh, that's an idea. I'm real quick. Eris
shorts,
is gonna
t-shirts.
Eris is gonna be like, let's not fight. Like, you two talk it out. Let's not fight. I'll be right back. And she's gonna go in the girls' locker room and bring Prometheus her fucking like Sophie's and a like t-shirt. They might not even fit over his boxers, which is the best part of
does
it.
Sonadora leave in a huff, or does she stick with us?
No, she asks, like, look, what can I do? I don't know how long they'll let me stay here, but how can I help?
I guess while a good number of the students are here, if you could figure out, I don't know the full extent of your powers, if you have a way of figuring out if anybody knew that these folks were coming, that would be helpful. Or if anybody was like tipped off ahead of time, right?
I can try that. It's difficult to read that deeply into the minds of strangers who I have not made a connection with. But I could try to feel for feelings of guilt.
Okay, that would be very helpful. I guess also this is like a dual thing from two directions for both you, Sonadora, and also Daedalus. We need to figure out if any outsiders are surveilling this space psychically or mundanely still. Or if anybody was, I guess that's more of a Daedalus question, because then we might be able to track them back to a third location, an external location. Also, I just want to paint an image with my mind brush for everyone. So, we're in the gymnasium, so now I'm in one of those, like, cut-off football shirts, jogging track shorts, and my patent leather shoes and black socks.
Oh no, not even track shorts, like Sophie's.
No, I mean like cross-country shorts, like the male
Yeah,
booty
the little
shorts.
teeny tiny ones. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. My boxer briefs probably actually go down farther than the shorts do.
Love you, mean it.
That's just for you, Bridget. Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about, like the cut-off, like wide
Yeah, of
receiver
course.
practice jersey.
I absolutely love boys in crop tops. You're doing good.
I'm doing good. Balder, I mean, I wouldn't want you to be uncomfortable. Are you comfortable?
He's only comfortable if you're inconvenienced.
Well, I mean,
As soon as you start talking, he needs you to. Ew, Balder, stop it.
he just does it.
Simon,
He does it constantly, the entire time.
Simon, what happened with the hummingbird? Did anybody come and like collect hard case? Because like, the longer you're unconscious, the more of a problem there is.
Oh yeah, I mean, Checkpoint comes down and is like, comes down with sort of like school nurse basically, and like, okay, we've got to get him to
name for her too.
What's that?
I said you got a snappy one-liner for her name too.
I don't.
That's your homework, isn't it?
I guess it is.
Not like the mother character from My Hero Academia that can heal people with kisses on the forehead. It's one of my favorite superpowers ever in a show ever. Like it's just so wholesome and silly, but like makes sense.
Yeah. Simon, you could go for the low-hanging fruit and name her Nurse Joy.
Like the Pokemon?
Yeah, like copyright infringement.
I said, okay, name her Nurse Happiness. Because we've already got Brickbat. We're going for the low-hanging fruit
adult
here.
parody, Nurse Ecstasy.
There you go.
None of these things are true. It is just a nurse who said, like, "Oh, this is bad."
Yeah.
Like his
I got a potion he could drink.
his carapace is cracked.
I'm gonna fish out my potion.
So there could be some, his exoskeleton is cracked. So
is my mic muted?
No. We all hear you talking about the potion.
And I have no idea what the potion does in or out of character.
Yeah, Eris is definitely going to grab your wrist and be like, he doesn't need anything else like growing outside of himself.
No. It shouldn't affect him that way. Probably fine. I have like a big little. Well, I guess it would be like a little amphora.
Where do you whip that out from?
Oh, funny you should mention that.
Hammer space.
I would have stashed it in our car. Or whatever. I'm assuming like there had a this place we would have been putting like backpacks and stuff in lockers or stuff like that, right?
Oh shit, a car.
No, you said canonically that you had a limo.
Yeah, now I'm trying to decide if I had rented the limo to take us somewhere or not.
But regardless, maybe I don't have
Sorry.
maybe I don't have the potion unless I have access to a mirror.
It's the gym, and he's unconscious downstairs, probably near the training room or near the changing room.
No, it's not a big deal. I'll let the adults handle it, and rather than give him my FDA approval pending healing potion. Hey, we've already got 2 human trials, and they've both worked out just great. Eris, are you not going to comment that I have, like, moss eczema?
Not in front of other people.
Okay. What about anybody else going to comment on the moss eczema?
Victor's moment with Eris is coming. He has an earful due.
There you go, Balder.
Nobody else is there, but what's your date, dude?
Okay, I'm back.
My date.
No, checkpoint. Sonadora left, and checkpoint, and the nurse came down. And
Yeah,
Eris.
I'm not gonna have Sonadora hang out. I'm gonna try to make it as clear as possible with that 7 that I rolled. That like, this is not a me sending her away because she's not one of the big kids. It's I don't know, like, what the rules are here and how much trouble you'll be getting into. So after you scan people, it would probably be best for you to go somewhere safe. And then the second we know something, we'll let you know and bring you in. Rather than her being here and then one of the teachers being like, "And who the fuck is this?"
Well,
You know
I mean,
what I'm
that's
saying?
sort of what happens when the Hummingbird leads checkpoint downstairs. Is she leads her and the nurse downstairs. They get hard case situated on a gurney, and checkpoint is sort of like all right, and you are a guest. Do you have a way to get back home? If not, we can arrange one.
I can take her home.
All right, Victor, I'll leave that up to you.
Thank you.
Without changing.
Well, I'll probably... my jacket didn't burn up. If it's, like, the middle of winter, I definitely have, like, a coat. I'm just still going to be cold as hell. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I will say... I will ask her if she would like me to call an Uber for us, or if she wants me to use my methods to get her home more quickly.
He said, I trust you.
Okay. So I'm gonna take her into the whole place is probably like mostly emptied out. I'm gonna go into since this is like a private school with like a full gymnasium, I'll find wherever the dance practice room with the ballet bar in it is, and I'll just walk right into that mirror and out of a mirror in their safe house.
Okay. Yeah, like this place is so fancy they call the pool a natatorium.
Gugh, that's so bougie. Alright, so I'll take her home safely, and I'll let her know that, again, that doesn't mean anything. It was just weird shit happening. In the meantime, I will call her the second anything happens if she wants to be involved. I don't want to bring her in if she doesn't want to be, but if she wants to help, I'll let her know when we find something.
So then, and thank you, Victor. You were quite dashing.
I'm okay. And then he'll disappear back through the mirror with like a smile and a wink.
Yeah. You know, if you actually go, like, step through the mirror with her, you'll also, for a moment, see Bug sort of sitting on a chair, like an easy chair. He was just like, in the safe house. He was like, "Hey, Victor."
Hey,
Waves
Bug.
with like two hands.
Yeah. Hey, Bug.
Somebody
It's
else.
Insecty way.
Yeah, waves in an insecty way.
I'm so.
His mandibles are sort of.
I'm so glad somebody on her team got to see Victor wearing my clothes.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
Need
a
a-
territorial fuck.
Need a mental image for this scene? Why not Zoidberg?
Alright, so...
I'll allow it. I'll allow that one.
And so, Eris, after I get the cake wrestled into the blast chiller, I'll probably find you, because at least last I saw, You're with a member of a team. A
Oh,
member of the
here's-
team.
Oh, you
I-
want?
Oh,
do you want to do
hold
fun
on.
stuff? Do you want to do fun stuff, Emrys? You and me, because I don't have my comm, right? So I'm just going back to my room.
Well, I was going to go back to the auditorium to try to find you to offer to escort you back to your room.
Calder, you sneezed
Well,
all over
okay.
everything.
Gross.
Gross.
On the other hand, you will probably beat me unless we want to comically run into each other as I'm entering and you're leaving the gym.
Why?
That would be fantastic because we can have a conversation where she can be like,
How are you so terrible?
I know we were supposed to like. I'm sorry we got separated.
Well, supervillain attacks ruin the best laid plans of bison men. I don't think that's quite the saying, but it works.
Yeah, it's close enough, huh? Yo, can you do me a favor? This is like probably shitty of me to ask, but I lost the suppression amulet that Victor made me in the fracas. Can I get a pop, please? Because she's starting up again, and I'd like her to be quiet so I can go to sleep.
Okay.
Sure, fine. I'll put my hand on your shoulder and we can walk back to your dorm room like that.
Cool beans, and then at the end of as we come around the corner, Eris is gonna stop so fast that you run into her, and she's gonna have to scoot you back behind the corner because there's fucking Daedalus and Priya at the door, and we get to voyeur this shit to see if they get it.
Glorious.
Listen, I never told anyone I wasn't an asshole.
As a matter of fact, you just kind of admitted it to me. I'm going to whisper in your ear, do you want me to stop so you can feel the full rush of watching this?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Eris
Wow,
is
that's a
like
little
that.
creepy.
Eris is just gonna be like, shh. I don't know who to root for in this scenario. Take it away, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
You have an audience. Up to you if you notice us or not, because I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm not gonna notice. Not gonna notice you at all.
But Nelson was still on his still has his Nelson
I'm
has
not
a recording
recording
com.
Oh. No.
Yes!
For posterity's sake, it's like people that record their proposal.
Most of them know they're
Didn't
doing
we
it ahead of
already
time.
just have a subplot about surveillance and
For what it's worth, Julius probably wouldn't care. Priya, on the other hand, she might.
Oh yeah,
might-
that's
she
fair.
might be a
Okay.
little touchy about it.
Alright.
I don't know about that subplot. You two conspired to keep it hidden at her request because
True.
of what it entailed.
That's right.
So-
Everybody thinks it was me. Everybody thinks it was me that got my pictures leaked.
So I will leave that between you two.
Yeah, I'm gonna shove him back around the corner so he can only hear. He can't actually.
No, I'm recording it.
Yeah, so unbeknownst to me, they're behind me, and we're going to get to the room, and we're going to be talking, and I guess at some point she's going to say, okay, well, I guess I should go, and I'm just going to say, well, I had a great time, and I'm going to lean in for the kiss.
pierce the mask.
With your
that's
tongue.
going that's that's going to be
What was
awesome.
that?
I said with your tongue.
Oh,
Mark that
Oh.
potential, baby.
Hey, look! It's my sessionly reminder that I should log in and roll 20.
So it's
yeah. So I rolled a horrible, horrible 5.
You missed.
He just doesn't read the room right. It's not the right time in the conversation. She's not
No,
upset. It's just not the right time.
I mean,
This is her eye like him, boy.
basically what Dan said. Like, you lean in and kind of go for the kiss while she's just about to say something, so it's a little awkward. Doesn't mean like anything ruined. Just like, oh, that was kind of weird.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to. I'm really bad at this.
Well,
Balder.
I'll
Why?
maybe I can teach you a few moves.
Ha
I'm just going to stutter in shock and
Oh,
Cry.
you're a teenage boy. You say, "Yeah, I would love that."
no,
No,
Julius.
no.
Julius
I mean,
isn't quite that quick on his feet. He is, but not in regards to this.
it's sort of maybe I can teach you a few moves another night.
I have this. New,
Okay.
I have this new cup holder.
And gives you a little wink.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
She
Ugh.
goes into her room and closes the door behind her.
All right, and as the door closes, I'm going to turn and start walking away and do that lovely jumping double heel clack, just because he's still happy about how the night went.
And
I
then
have
you
the
wrap,
I have the
then you round-
exosuit. I can still do it.
and then you
He's
round
not
the
wrong.
corner, and there are Eris and Null Zone both sitting there like
Hi.
the grimace like the Chrissy Teigen emoji.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been there?
We need to find some leads.
Long enough. Do you want us to come? Do you want us to come down to the lab with you, or should like he go with you for bro time and I go try and like assuage the situation with her? What do you need right now, buddy? We're here for you.
Everything's great. I don't know what you're worried about.
Oh, I just
I'm
need
looking.
I just need confirmation of something, Simon. So we are in like dormitory situations, right? Where we have our own bedrooms, and maybe even the bedrooms have like separated like sleeping and living areas, but like there's like one or two bathrooms for the whole floor, right? Each individual
That's right.
room does not have its own bathroom, correct?
The bathrooms are not en suite; they are shared.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay.
we established that
Because
earlier.
that's going to make my entry into the scene easier, because it means I don't have to like walk out of somebody's room that isn't my room by going through a mirror.
That's fair enough.
Thank you.
It went great. I couldn't be happier. We had a great time tonight.
I think
I'm like, Eris is looking at Climany like, are we gonna play this cool or are we gonna tell him?
Oh no, you're
the
gonna look at
emotional
me.
core of the team. You have to make this call.
Well, you see, unfortunately, I'm going to decide, since we've never done it for storyline reasons, I can't do like 5 different uses of empathy at once. So I'm busy kind of deadening you, so I have no read on Daedalus at the moment. So I'm going to walk up grinning. I'm going to clap him on the shoulder, and I've got, well, if you change your mind, I've got the exact moment you got shot down on camera just for you to study.
Okay, I'm bro time. Bro time. Eris is leaving. Bye.
That's going to process for half a second. It's like,
So,
well,
Erin,
I wasn't really getting shut down. You didn't hear what she said.
Eris, are you heading back towards your room with Priya?
I am, and I have I have an out of character question for you. That's probably kind of a retcon.
Sure.
Dude.
Me, Dan Spinoza, or Simon?
You, Dan Spinoza, because we've created these intertwining characters without like. Would Victor have? It's not scrying work, right? Like it's not like etching shit into the mirror, and she can like call you. Is it?
No, but I've already established previously that I give out the Magician Tarot cards, as in that people can activate them to let me know that they need me. And you would probably, of everyone, you would probably definitely have one.
Okay, cool. Because I'm not engaging it yet. I'm going to put Priya to bed first.
Well, no, as you're walking back towards your room, I, like, saunter out of the shared bathroom for this floor. And I'm still in, like, the short shorts, my patent leather shoes, and black socks, and my crop top. I'm like, hey, coach, want to help me stretch? And his eyes are just, like, bright, like, green, like, glowing green.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
And he just kind of is acting like nothing is happening, and is just, like, does, like, a double guns, like, joke. Like, innuendo joke that's, like, not super un-innuendo. He's just being
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. He's just being stupid. He's being a friend. He's being a bro.
Yeah.
Broso.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, I could get used to this. It breathes real nice. I don't know. I don't think I have the physique for it, per se. But
You
it's
can take a
comfortable.
swim in my closet anytime, except for right now.
Wow,
I need to talk.
Is Julius getting lucky in there? Oh yeah, boy!
Oh my goodness. We'll tell you. Okay. 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, and then can you go to your little hidey hole and pull me through a mirror? Because I really need to talk to you.
Sure, I will be at my lab. And he just kind of opens up a portal in the floor, which you haven't seen him do except for once before, and he just falls through it and disappears.
Remind me when that was?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You guys didn't actually see it. It happened in the off thing where you guys saw where I was getting changed with Sonadora to come to the dance, where I opened an actual aperture instead of using a mirror. But yeah, so that's the first time you've ever seen him do that.
Great. So now she gets to be even more. Okay.
Like a black and purple, like,
Eris is
aperture
losing
in the
her
ground.
mind. She just went on a date with a teammate she doesn't like. One friend thinks he's getting lucky with another friend, and best friend. Don't raise that at me.
Tastes like drama.
Tastes like teen confusion and desperation and angst. Okay, Simon.
Is that the game plan of this whole thing?
This is 120-minute, Aaron.
That stuff's potent.
Spicy. Eris.
Eris is going to check on Priya and be like, so that was the thing that happened. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I was on my way back, and like I waited. I gave you the minute to say no. Are you okay?
He's really cute, isn't he?
He's
He doesn't know. He has no idea what he's doing.
None at all. You know, one time I brought him a piece of cake with the first letter of his name on it, and he never ate it. Totally went over his head.
It had mint in it.
You're not there.
I mean, I'm clearly going to have to take the lead on. I'm clearly going to have to take the lead here, aren't I? He doesn't really pick up on signals.
I mean, honest communication is the key of any relationship. So, if you want him to take the lead, why? Well, you're right. It's the wrong time. I think you're just gonna have to be honest instead of like expecting him to read your mind. Says
Yeah,
the-
I had a boyfriend who
Advice.
could do that, and it was really. It does not make things easier. Believe me.
Okay, so they're gonna do like the feminine ritual of like taking off their faces and stuff and changing into jams and like
You said
chit-chatting.
You said 5 minutes.
They make these awesome things called makeup wipes now, where you can like go twice and everything comes off.
So you're gonna come to my storage unit in your pajamas.
You're in your boxers. What do you care?
I am not. I am in cross-country shorts and a crop top.
I mean, I don't know what
That's-
to tell you. I have full coverage pajamas. Not everyone likes to wear lacy things to bed code. You're my favorite. I love you. You take it so well. Yeah, she's gonna come in like a pair, like an oversized T-shirt, a pair of
Yeah, I'm not
flannel
expecting her.
sweatpants, and bunny slippers. Like you've seen
Yeah,
her.
no.
covered in her own filthiness self.
I just meant more from like a human being. Like I have this mindset. It's not even about being seen in public wearing pajamas. It's about the idea of like being in like a filthy public space in your inside clothes. Like this is more of a Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood feeling that I'm having. You know what I'm saying? These are your inside clothes.
It's okay, Dan. I get uncomfortable seeing other people brush their teeth because I'm an only child, so no one has seen me brush my teeth except my parents and my intimate partners. So like everybody has their quirks. But when I was in high school, I used to call people at midnight to be like, I'm hungry, you have a car, come get me, and I would go out in my pajamas.
I go out in my pajamas now.
That's because you're a trashy housewife.
I don't do that. I'm the kind of person, I have that like nagging voice in the back of my mind. Like when I'm gonna have people over socially that my mom has ingrained in me, like weird neuroses. Like if my floors and my molding aren't clean, that means that I don't care about my house. Like weird neuroses. But anyway, I digress.
Dan, I'm pretty sure that I've come to your house in my like orange skull and crossbone boxers.
Yeah,
and
but that's other
tank top.
people. Those aren't the standards that I hold for myself.
All right, but you've seen me go in public in my pajamas before.
Okay,
You've
okay.
been to my house, Dan. My house is never clean.
Anyway, but
Anyway,
This
this
has
has been a lovely journey down Dan is a neurotic mess avenue.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, she's coming to. She's gonna put Priya to bed, which shouldn't take that long. All you gotta do is scratch a cat in the right spot, and they're out. And she's gonna like do the magician card thing on the mirror to be like, okay, I'm coming.
Okay. So he'll turn the mirror on, and you'll see it turn into like a rippling face where it gets that quality where you can tell that it's become like liquid. But he doesn't actually like pull you through it. It's just he's opened up the portal for you.
Oh, she's gonna punch it and call you a coward.
Okay. No response.
She's gonna punch it and be like, couldn't face me in person, you coward.
Are you gonna walk through the portal or not? He's not gonna come
No,
into your.
she's going to punch it. Does her
Okay.
fist go through?
And then
Yeah, your fist goes right through like it's a portal.
Oh.
Like it's
Sound?
a Stargate.
does sound travel through?
I imagine it would, but it would be like somebody talking to you underwater. You know what I'm saying? Because the distance is still there. It's just being artificially displaced.
Okay, well,
Okay.
after that bit of...
tomfoolery.
Sorry, I lost my offspring for a second. Yeah, after that bit of embarrassment, I guess she's going to climb through over the vanity.
Yeah. So you come into the storage unit. It's the same as it always is, with a lot of weird magical knickknacks and potions and various magical ingredients all over. Plus, like a camping burner, like one of those white gas burners set up on the concrete floor. There's a large beaker sitting on top of it. And he's cooking something and very anxiously tapping his foot and bouncing his leg the way that I do in real life. And you'll notice that when you come through the portal, he doesn't seem aware of you at all. And in fact, when you look at him, the left side of his body, the part that isn't being used to add ingredients and stir whatever he's making, is rippling, like shifting between being his arm and being that shapeless black and purple appendage that he is when he is like using his telekinesis and like picking things up with magic. But it keeps shifting in between that, almost like it's an unconscious shift that's happening.
Okay.
And there's just something bubbling in this huge, probably maybe like 4-liter beaker that's sitting on top of this camping stove, just kind of slowly bubbling this like deep red liquid.
Has she seen you focus this hard before?
Sure.
Okay.
But not when I'm not doing big magic TM, like actively concentrating on the spell.
Yeah, I'm trying not to metagame as someone who...
Yeah, you've never seen him casually shift into like his full power state while like working on a potion, not concentrating. You've seen him do this. We've all seen him do this when he's doing big magic.
But she wants his full attention, and the mom in me is like, okay, be fair to your child, go up and touch him, get his eye contact, be patient.
Listen,
because
just play your dumb teenage character. Just play your dumb teenage character.
That's why I was asking if she had seen it before, so she would know she would have to touch him to get his attention.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's gonna walk up and turn the fucking Bunsen burner off, which isn't gonna go well for this conversation.
Okay, he is going to, all of his various pieces are going to quickly coalesce back into his body, and he's going to snap around and say, "What the fuck, Eris? I'm working on something."
Yeah, and I asked for your attention.
Well, I'm sorry. You could have let me know that you were here.
Does the card just, like, turn the portal on? Because that seems really dangerous.
No. You did the card thing. That was like what, like 20 minutes ago?
Okay, listen. I love you. You know that, right?
I mean, gay.
Like, not.
But yeah.
Like, she's going to flip him the finger because she's trying to be serious. She's also going to be trying to I don't remember because it's been years. Do Bunsen burners turn back on by themselves?
Well, no, this is like a white gas canning stove. If you turn it off, I'd have to re-strike it. Like, if you completely turned it off, I'd have to, like, put a match back down there again to restart it.
I don't think she'd know not to turn it all the way off.
Yeah, that's
She's
fine.
She's gonna be trying to, like, turn it back on.
Yeah, and he's gonna turn it off. He's like, "That'll kill us. We're in a small space."
She's like, yeah, she's gonna flip him off and be like, even aside from the fact that, like, we pulled each other out of a tight spot. You're my best friend, and you're like, I understand that lately, thanks to Kuthka, it's been really weird, and I understand that you have a girlfriend and you're trying to make that work, and I know that on top of that, because you're diving deeper and you're using it a lot, your magic's doing a lot of really weird stuff, and it's not just you and me against the world anymore. We have a team and we have classmates, so, like,
when you say the word weird, his eyes, like, visibly narrow and darken a little bit.
She's definitely gonna, like, point at you and be like, fuck you, you know what I'm talking about. You're covered in moss scales from living things that you're borrowing from your mother, and you're losing control in the middle of fights. What I'm talking about.
Why not, Eris? Why not? Right?
I'm not saying that. Let me make my point. Because my point is that I understand that it's going to be different as we grow up, as we have to grow and change, as we have to be, like, people in society with the shit that your mother has put on us. But what I need you to understand is that you can't yank me around like you did back there. Okay? You don't need to like, one, that was gross, and I really don't particularly enjoy the feeling. So if you're gonna do that to like save my life ever, could you like make it fuzzy instead of waxy? Shut up, Aaron. You get wrapped in a giant black
Tentacle.
undulating tentacle and tell me how you feel about it.
Well,
But no, okay. The point is, I'm like, you're not gonna lose me. If you want my help, you ask, and I'll come running, even if you're in just your drawers. But like, not cool. You're spiraling.
I'm not.
With all
I'm not. You don't understand.
Yeah, because you won't fucking talk to me. You need to get a grip on yourself, or you need to stop shutting me out.
Get a grip on myself. I'm more powerful and more comfortable in my magic than I've ever been. I'm doing things that I've never been able to do before. And yeah, I'm sorry. I am sorry if it's freaking you out. It's freaking me out too, but I don't get to make mistakes anymore. Right? I have to have all of my power at my disposal all the time, because the second I can't do something, it's going to be the end for me.
Okay, but what about if you can't control yourself?
I'm in complete control of what's going
Bullshit.
on. I single-handedly saved everybody at the fucking dance.
No, you didn't.
I'm sorry that I grabbed you without thinking about it. In the moment, I was just worried. I saw that you weren't in your powered up form, and I saw that you still had the amulet on, and I was worried that you were going to get hurt. And you're saying that you don't want anything, that you're here for me. I understand that, but you're the only person who knows me, the real me. So I can't let anything happen to you. So I'll do whatever it takes to get powerful enough to protect the both of us. Because ultimately, no matter what else happens, it's you and me. It's always been just you and me.
I don't feel like I know you anymore because you're not. Where were you all last week? Because you weren't here.
I was working.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I was helping Sonadora and the Wolf Pack clean up some people that are a little above their pay grade that the people who run our school won't do anything about.
Okay, but like, that was our group project, and you could have brought the three of us in on it.
I need you to trust me when I say that I can't. I can't tell you more.
Is this, you can't tell me more to protect someone else, or you can't tell me more like you're being compelled, like that one fucking guy at the movies?
When you mention that, he just like explodes in anger, and he's just like, you don't understand what they did to me before you were brought to the order. You don't understand. You think the conditioning that you went through while you were there was bad? I lived my first 15 years with those people. I'm sure we'll discover a bunch of other shit that they hid inside of my brain. Who the fuck knows? You think I had any control over that?
Oh, you of all people don't get to pull the control card with me.
The people that we are dealing with when we're talking about the allies of my mother, make the people that we're fighting as part of the school look like a fucking clown show.
And who understands that more than me? Answer the question. You can't tell me about stuff because you're protecting someone else, or you can't tell me because you're being compelled to not speak.
I'm protecting
I have
someone
lost
else.
enough.
I'm
I get to ask the question.
protecting somebody else.
There. So
I cannot tell you more about what I'm doing. But I'm being safe. You think Sonadora is gonna let anything bad happen to me? Well, Pistolero might, but she won't.
Okay.
But I'm doing good work, real work, not the bullshit sparring that the school has us doing.
I'm going to tell you something because it's just you and me. And it is, at the end of the day, it's going to be you and me. No offense to our teammates, they're trying their best, but they don't. There's a fucking bowling alley's worth of files on people they can bring in to replace us. The longer we're here, the longer I'm seeing how much bullshit this school is. And, like, I'm not going to survive it by myself. But I also don't want to have to be the one to cut you off myself. So you respect my boundaries, and I'm going to respect yours, even as much as I hate it. Okay?
Okay.
And will you tell Sonadora, please, to answer me when I call her? Like, even if it's awkward, I don't care who you, like...
Listen, I can't tell Araceli to do anything. Let's
Say
make
it
that
again, say it again. Say it again, because I don't know her name.
Araceli? I can't tell. You should know. You can't tell a woman to do anything.
Sexist, but okay.
But yeah, I mean, she's
just...
got her own stuff going on. There's a lot going on.
Okay, but like when you two had your thing going on, I was trying to call you back into the gym so that you didn't have to like run down the hallway in your drawers.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have gotten that view of all this.
She's definitely gonna like roll her eyes and be like, the shorts were a definite improvement. Trust me, those are old and ratty and gross. You could do better on a date.
I wasn't expecting to get lucky. I'm a gentleman most of the time.
Okay, that'll win a giggle. The most of the time we'll win a giggle, but shit, I had something else I wanted to say, and it just, because I'm getting old. Oh, right, she's gonna fucking apologize. She is gonna look back and be like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for making it weird in the hallway.
It's okay. I mean, we're always gonna be cool, right? We know where we stand.
Sure we do. It can't, there are lines we gotta respect now.
What is that? And he's gonna say, what does that mean?
It means that I can't have my fucking hands on your chest, your naked chest, when your girlfriend busts through the door. Your dangerous girlfriend.
Hey, he's gonna be like, hang on. Do you want to?
That's none of your fucking business, now is it? And she's laughing. She's trying to get back to like a jokey, playful mood.
Yeah, that's gone.
Whew, that was a roller coaster ride.
Right, though?
I guess we're still on it, though?
No,
Okay.
he's gonna say, you know what? We all need to just cool down, and we need to figure out who tried to fucking kill all of us, and figure out what's going on. Do you want to sleep here on the floor, or do you want me to send you back to your room? I'm gonna probably finish this and then sleep here.
I'm going back to my bed. Do you want real clothes?
No. I mean, I could just go back to my room in the morning, take a shower, and change. It's plenty warm in here for me to just be in this. I don't want to take the time out. I want to finish this. This is gonna take about maybe 7 hours to reduce.
All right. Well, do me a favor. If you get anything on them, can you wash them first and then bring them back?
Yeah, of course. I'll just toss it in with my laundry.
Cool beans. Sweet dreams.
Great.
She's and like she's definitely gonna like kiss the side of your head before she leaves, because I'm sure you've done that before, and she doesn't want to look too off.
And he's gonna say goodnight.
And that's it.
Too off? She's not like afraid of me, is she?
No, but she also thinks
Doesn't want to reveal her feelings.
She thinks you're out of her league.
Oh goodness. All right, so that'll be the end of that scene. I thought that. Yeah, welcome back
really-
to that.
That was a lot.
That was pretty heavy.
Well done,
Listen.
both of you.
Listen, girls don't like being. Can I tell you the fun story of the time I almost made a dude pass out because he was like 6'3" in high school in our drama club, and he kept picking me up because I was 5'0" and petite, and I kept telling him, "You need to stop. You need to stop." And finally, one time, I like managed to like spider crawl flip myself around in his arms. And I played soccer for 9 years, guys. I have very powerful thighs, and I got his head in a like I just squeezed to the point where he had to back up and sit down in a chair that was in the front row of the auditorium. And like, thankfully we all watched wrestling, because when he tapped out on my waist, I let him go. But he was like, I was seeing spots.
Yeah, that's what happens when your head gets squished like a melon.
And I was like, listen, I said fucking don't.
Yeah, picking people up as far as like the transgression of touching somebody without their permission hierarchy is pretty high up there on the not overtly sexual scale, because you're taking away autonomy away.
Completely. Oh my god, it's the
Yeah.
worst.
Like
It's the absolute
like
worst.
lowest rung is touching somebody without permission. Highest rung of the non-sexual scale is picking somebody up without their permission.
Right, exactly. So yeah, being like picked up by a tentacle, and carried off is a bit of a problem. So she was a little arse.
Yeah. I mean, it would be weird. Like, it would feel basically like,
Okay.
I would imagine, like a dry octopus tentacle, but with electricity running through it. Like a low current of electricity running through it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the academy.
Yeah.
Are you all going to bed now? Like,
Yeah, I think the
I
idea
assume
is we're
Victor is
actually
not- I
going to
assume
be...
Victor is still doing crazy stuff at.
No, we're going to
in
be
his lab.
responsible. I'm going to set that potion to boil, and we're all going to get rest, so that we can approach this problem in the morning and figure out what the fuck happened.
Okay, so
Hey, does everybody remember that time we were called into the Fenian's office and told to keep our fucking noses out of adult business?
Yeah.
And I chewed her out.
Yeah.
yeah. So, when the morning gets started, you four are actually once again directed to the Athenian's office, but not alone. Along with you are Priya, Kutka, and Endotherm in her temperature dampening suit. Her civilian name is Erin.
from the Atomicids.
Yes. Makes fields of, like, Arctic blasts. Or she doesn't make fields, she shoots Arctic blasts. You're ushered once more into the Athenian's office. Your headmistress. Yes. And your headmistress says, what? The 7 of you, have been called in because last night's events concern you perhaps more than you know. During the attack on the gym, a second team was infiltrating our file room. And
Hey, lucky I just brought that up.
it actually really is. And the files, among the files that were taken, were those for the 7 of you, along with Raj Baz, who, as you know, is on a leave of absence currently.
I imagine that Kuska glowers at me when she brings that up.
No, keeping those files at a secure third location? No, that wouldn't be smart, I guess.
Wait, time out. No, never mind. Go ahead. Eris wouldn't have the balls to speak up in the meeting.
Oh no, that is exactly what Victor says.
Mr.
Julius
Azuros,
is just more shocked that the files are paper and not digital. Don't
I mean,
roll
I'm
your
sure
eyes
they
at me.
exist in digital form too.
Of course he is, because he's adorable. Like, if Julius, please tell me you're like, what do you mean hard copy, not digital, so that me and Priya can like exchange a look to be like,
You know, literally, it's like, wait, you mean you keep paper?
Mr. Azuros,
but it's a good thing he's pretty, Eris or Priya.
this is one of the most secure facilities in the city, and indeed
Is it
on the
though?
Have you never heard that?
Uncharacteristically of Julius, he's going to elbow Victor in the ribs.
Oh, the facility. I thought Victor was talking to me.
No, but in all seriousness, this is a big problem, right? How detailed are these files? Do they include our origins, families, weaknesses?
The files are comprehensive.
I mean, Madam Headmistress, pardon my flippancy, but this is a huge fucking deal.
I think
Do
what
you-
my
do you-
teammate
were
needs
there
to say is this is very concerning.
No, Daedalus. Were there security cameras in this room? Do we know who did it?
The security cameras were somehow disabled. They were hijacked by some outside source.
Eris is going to look at Daedalus.
Right about the same time, Daedalus looks at Eris.
And I am going to look at Prometheus and say, having been in a team with Victor, I can guess he's going to ask, and how did the non-mundane means of surveillance get defeated? As the next word's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, that is my next question. If this is such a secure facility, you must have had other means of surveillance or countermeasures in place.
We're not yet sure. Both the cameras and the biometrics were somehow bypassed.
So
right now,
does it look like they were looking for our files in particular, or did they rifle through all of them and just happen to take the 7 of ours?
what we know is that the 7 of you, Mr. Boz, were all taken along with about a dozen other files from students who have already graduated or who are alternates, who were candidates not yet admitted to the school.
Like who?
I cannot reveal that information to you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because
we certainly wouldn't want that information getting into compromised hands.
Headmistress, is the voyeur still in custody?
Oh, that wasn't his name. That's just what I was calling him in
Oh.
Star.
Do I have an actual
Do you
name
remember
for
it
him?
was Eyeglass?
Eyeglass.
Eyeglass. Oh, yeah, that's
I
right. It
find
was
it-
Eyeglass.
I know you put so much work into these names, but I can never remember any of them. So
It's right here on the page I'm staring at. Is Eyeglass still in custody?
I give them names like Voyeur and Mr. Krabs.
Thank you, because that's what I've been calling him. Thanks.
As far as we know, the Halcyon City Police Department.
What about Aegis? Aegis should have been involved with this case.
Yeah, because he was a little.
We are coordinating with both the Halcyon City PD and with Aegis to investigate this breach of security. Now, I hope you understand, but
Eris definitely has like a hand on Victor's shoulder, like trying to suppress him a little bit, and an arm along the back of Clymene's chair, and like grabbing the back of, like the back of Julius's sport coat or lab coat or whatever the fuck he wears day to day to like get his attention, because we have matters to discuss, my friend.
telling you anything about the other files that were taken would constitute a further breach of those students' privacy.
Well,
And you may prefer.
That's a stupid thing to infer. How many of those alternates and potential candidates were made aware of your surveillance as part of the vetting process?
They're all applicants
They're all applicants. Okay.
to the school.
I just don't understand how you can call something the most secure facility when there weren't even bodies on the ground protecting the perimeter of the building during a period of time when like the largest concentration of young supers in the city would be congregating.
Our
Victor.
security staff was diverted to protect the actual students.
Oh shit, was that my fault?
gymnasium.
Headmistress, as you know, we've been working closely with the Wolf Pack. I don't know if you have files on them, but if you did, were any of their files compromised?
She's not going to tell us. She doesn't want to compromise their privacy. Victor is like completely off the chain right now. He's so pissed off.
I understand also Priya and Eris, both of you have worked closely with Mr. Podesta. He's currently recovering in the infirmary, and I'm sure that he would appreciate if you were to call on him at some point today.
We're not.
There should be.
God damn it! I'm gonna have to roll. Eris is trying to lie.
Don't do that.
Eris is going to ask the Athenian. Come on, fucker, give me my character sheet. Eris is going to make the case that they are not family. Could they get 2 writs of, like, visitation rights?
Basically, written permission to go visit him.
Yeah, written permission to, like, we have the authority of the school. Could we please get to? They don't have to be specific or anything.
It's a hall pass for visitation.
Exactly, but I need the Athenian's signature.
And she's already telling you he's in there and would appreciate a visit in our infirmary. I'm not sure what you're asking for.
Headmistress, I think what she's saying is she doesn't want to get caught out of class and get in trouble without some sort of proof that you've given her permission to go visit Mr. Podesta.
It's that. It's also the fact that maybe because of.
Do you want to explain out of character what you're getting at? Because I'm not getting it.
I just need a piece of paper that has the headmaster of Halcyon Academy's signature on it that says I can visit someone, Simon.
Okay.
She's looking for a hall pass.
I'm not looking for a hall pass. I'm looking for. It needs to say this student can visit.
Okay. You don't have to roll anything. She's urging you to visit. So she's like, all right.
Do I have to like put a prayer into God at your altar? Can you just give me a piece of paper that says I'm allowed to visit?
Yes, people? Out of
I need 2 of them too.
Don't get it.
I need one for me and I need one for Priya because I don't want to go against HIPAA laws.
Wow.
Okay.
Shut up,
There was a long way to get that gag, but
no, it's not a gag. That's gonna be.
I mean, that is something that bothers me in like movies where people get hospitalized, where they just like let people walk in on the street and say, "Well, I'm looking for so and so," and they just like let them go into their room.
Do I have to roll something?
No.
Is she going to give me my 2 pieces of paper?
The Athenian.
She gestures to her assistant to write out the visitation pass.
What Victor
I mean, she doesn't
said
have any arms. How is she going to sign it?
It's sort of like, Creto, please help.
I just need this student.
You've got it.
You got it.
We're there. We got it.
We got it.
You got the passes.
Awesome. One for me and one for Priya, right? Doesn't say our names though.
It really does.
Discordia or Eris, how much are you paying attention to Victor's
Her hand
emotional
is on
state?
him. Her hand is on him, and she's trying to keep him like in his chair, but she knows he's pissed.
Okay. Your hand is very, very, very hot. Like you're touching a stove that was turned off like 5 minutes before.
Can I tell you something though? As it gets hotter, her hand gets tighter.
Simon,
She has nails.
I just want to be clear. The headmistress just kind of glossed over Daedalus's question about the wolf pack, right?
Yeah, no. She said that she couldn't divulge any additional information.
That was to a different question, but I just want to be clear that that's the case.
I cannot speak to any files pertaining to individuals not presently in this room. Not currently in this room. That's one of the most annoying usage things.
Is it safe to assume that you will be addressing the matter with other affected individuals?
We are currently in the process of contacting the affected individuals or their estates.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And
And one more question.
Yes.
Is there any risk to my family from what has been taken?
Shit, Daedalus still has a family.
Yeah. Oh, he does.
Part of our coordination with Aegis is ensuring that your families, for those of you who have them, will be under Aegis protection.
I was going to kind of let loose a wry grin. It's like, mine are probably part of Aegis protection, so that ought to be fine. I go, you are aware they had at least some idea of what I can do before going in there, right?
It appears so.
Seeing as how I was specifically called out to be targeted with a parking meter.
Blunt force trauma, your only weakness.
I'm sorry that the investigation is still in its preliminary stages,
Cool.
but we hope to have
You have nothing.
more information for you.
It's definitely like digging her nails into your shoulder. Victor.
And if Daedalus had an evil eye, he'd be giving it to you.
Too sweet for them.
Victor's gonna say, is there anything you need from us at this time, Headmistress?
No, thank you, Mr. Azorus.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And he just walks out.
Eris is gonna stand up at that point, I guess. If anyone else is standing up too.
I imagine we're all going to stand. I'm not so sure I'm going to so brazenly just walk out of the room until the.
But
you
no,
She's
know,
the headmistress, she's not the queen.
I mean,
Yeah,
she
but she could completely terminate my attendance here. So.
I know, but it's super.
What's she gonna do?
We both.
What is
What is she gonna do? Divulge all of our personal information to supervillains?
what's she gonna do? Stand up and slam her hands on the desk? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, get me pictures of Spider-Man.
We as a team should also like all stand up at the same time Victor does, just like a solidarity thing. But here's the thing, Simon. Eris is going to look at Priya. How what is the seating arrangement? Like I know I fucking self-imposed my own image, but I thought it went Julius, Clymene, me, Victor. Where's everyone else sitting? Because here's the thing that's bothering me, Bird, the pilot, that Eris wouldn't have had the balls to bring up in the meeting. 3 of the people pulled were our roommates, but they didn't pull Miss Mecca. They didn't pull Clymene's roommate. They pulled Endotherm.
Oh,
That is correct.
Also, question. How are the other 3 feeling during this? How are Kuthka, Endotherm, and Priya feeling?
Yeah, who gives a fuck about Kuthka?
Oh, if he's shaking in his boots over this, I'm sure you're going to get some pleasure out of that.
Well, if
Wait.
only he
He
had
can't
some,
say shit like
if
that.
only
once.
he had some real powers to defend himself with.
Kuthka basically glares at you, Victor, every time you interrupt or talk down to the Athenian. He seems kind of pissed about that.
Cool, he should do something about it.
School spirit.
Priya seems like
But where is she sitting in relation to me and in relation to Endotherm?
I'll be right back and get a drink.
Endotherm is standing in the back because her suit makes it
Hard to sit.
more difficult to for normal chairs.
Is she in a... You said she's in a suit.
It's like it's very similar. The way I picture it is very similar to a hard scuba diving suit, like a hard deep water suit.
I was always thinking of Mr. Freeze's suit from the Saturday morning Batman cartoon. Is kind of what I had pictured.
Okay, but what's the time in picture? Because that's important for my next action.
And I was thinking basically like a heavy-duty radiation suit or hazmat suit.
Okay.
Would be sort of like the size and shape of it.
Okay, but she's not like in a bubble, like... Because my thing is, I want to look at Priya and like wink subtly so that Endotherm can't see, because she's no one's roommate. She's no one's teammate out of the what like Kuthka and Priya, we're all on the same team.
That's correct.
We don't know shit about Endotherm. We don't know her habits. We don't know how to protect her. We don't know if she has links to the outside world. We don't even really truly understand her power, which, like, granted, that's all, like, meta-knowledge that I, the pilot, can articulate. I still think it would have caused Eris, as a 15-year-old girl, unease that all of a sudden this outsider had been tossed in with them, and she would want to be winking at Priya like, okay, I'm gonna link my arm through her arm on one side, and you're gonna get the other side, and we're gonna be like, so what's your story? Just to kind of like not only bring her into the
Into the fold.
All right.
Okay, yes, as a 15-year-old girl, bringing her into the fold. Me as a 32-year-old MB, I'm sitting here thinking I want to bring her into the fold, but I also want to know her weaknesses, and I want to know her links to the outside to see if she's the weak link. But I don't know if I would have had that at 16.
Can somebody
Actually-
TLDR what I just missed in the last 2 minutes?
Girl code.
Basically,
TLDR girl code. Me and Priya are gonna go talk to Endotherm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I'm going to ask the Athenian if Endotherm and I can have a quick word, probably to everybody's surprise.
Definitely to Eris' surprise.
In front of the Athenian.
I know.
Okay. Alright, fine. I defer to your judgment.
Uh,
You do emotions better than I do.
Oh, I do. You guys would be
Athenian-
super impressed if you guys were there when I'm doing what I'm about to do.
But we're
There's
not gonna get to be there, are we?
I'll probably tell you afterwards.
Athenian says, well, I'm in no position to stop you.
All right, so I'm going to look at Endotherm, and I'm going to be like, look, after what happened with Raj, and given that something just happened involving all of us, we may wind up getting into a fight or something together. So I need to know, if I were to wind up nulling your power while you're in that suit, would it kill you or hurt you or something, so I know to stay away from you or not?
She says, I don't entirely understand your power, but it wouldn't hurt me unless you kept my power deactivated for an extended period of time. If that were to happen, I would probably suffer some kind of heat exhaustion in the suit.
Or, but like,
Up, guys.
Because the suit balances.
your cold with a bunch of heat, so if I turn off your cold, you might get heat stroke.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
like
Please,
in
don't give me heat stroke.
like at the end of House of M, where Iceman no longer has mutant powers and he feels like it's 1,000,000,000 degrees.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
I'd say, hopefully, this will never actually happen. But you understand what I wanted to know. I don't want another situation where I wind up cooking you in your suit, like I unmasked Raj without meaning to.
Oh, I appreciate that terrifying image. Thank you. Thank you, though, for taking
well-
that into consideration.
Well, I am learning. In the meantime, since we're stuck in this situation, we might as well familiarize ourselves with each other. You want to come grab something in the cafeteria or something?
You know, I
Are
should
you
really.
kidding me right now?
I can think with the rest, with the other 6 of us, I'm sure we can set something up. I'm not trying to ask her out. I'm like trying to be serious here.
No, I call bullshit.
I think later at lunch, I'll come find you. I should probably go and tell the rest of my team what has happened.
Fair enough.
Did the Athenian give us any directions about not speaking to people on that note?
She sure didn't.
I mean,
Well, when it comes to my information, which is out in the ether, she can't tell me not to get involved.
That's different than telling the whole school that the archives were compromised.
Oh, well, yeah, we wouldn't want information to get out without people's permission. That would be terrible.
I understand you're bitter, Victor. That's
Okay,
hardly
okay.
the
Well,
point.
actually, in like the little foyer of the Athenian's office, since I'm the first one to leave, Eris will catch him looking in. She probably has one of those like long like hallway tables with like some either like awards or things on it with like a mirror above it, and you catch him.
let's say that there is.
Yeah, eyeing the jagged scar from the gargoyle stone that's going over his face, and just kind of like touching it, kind of nervously and sighing and shaking his head, catching sight of like a dark, discolored pink scar on the side of his face.
Okay, we will come upon that scene in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I've already talked enough.
Because Eris. Have I talked too much?
No, go ahead.
Because Eris wants to catch Victor if Clymene is going off with Endotherm, thus
right.
nullify my plan with Priya. Hang on, no, this is great. This is perfect. You take Endotherm because I need to take Priya and Julius aside and be like, okay, so I fucked up. I was trying to get blank sheet so that me and Julius, like I'm talking to Priya. Simon, I'm talking to Priya, and I'm going to be like, I was trying to get blank sheets so that me and Julius could go and talk to that guy that was stalking you. And you don't ever have to confront one of your abusers, but like it says our names on fucking papers that we can visit people. So I was going to take them to the jail, and we can go talk to Boyer and see if we can't get any information from him on the people that broke into the shit, because he said that he's always plugged into the system and there's nothing he can do about it. Like, he sees things. So, one, I need you to come up with some kind of recording device for me, and two, I need, like, pointing at Julius, and then I'm going to point at Priya and be like, two, I need you to tell me if you're cool to tell everyone that it was you instead of me, because we've been telling people it was me.
Yeah, I was going to kind of do something very similar and pierce the mask and just see how upset Priya is.
I tried to get it so that you and me could go see our guy that we apprehended after Priya's pictures.
See, if you had told me...
I know, but that's metagaming. That's metagaming, and you know it.
I'm saying I would have been able to sort of like assign a role, but I legitimately did not understand that you were asking for like a blank sheet.
Not a blank sheet, just like not one with anybody's name on it.
This student has permission to leave the grounds to...
This student has permission to visit this person, but like you're right. You are absolutely right. Like our names would be on it, and it just
Right.
Yeah. You wanted something that said admit the bearer, not something that says, Eris has permission to X.
So, Eris, and I pull the comms out of my ear and I hand it to Priya. I'm like, A, Priya, given everything, take this. If something comes up, you can get a hold of us. B, you guys can both go, and the comms can be used to record data, so...
Alright, but like if Priya, if you don't want to go look this guy in the face, you don't have to.
So... Priya coming out of the meeting with the Athenian looks like someone just like let the air out of her.
Ugh.
Okay, so this is giving her a little bit of agency back. If they're not going to tell her who is like this is Eris's bent for this whole conversation. If they're not going to tell us who is coming for us personally, we need to go find that out for ourselves. Like Eris is completely like anarchist symbols up in the air, like F everything. You don't get to come for me and mine without me knowing your face.
And Julius is enabling by giving her a way to contact the rest of the group. Our group, not her group, but our group.
Because Julius is a cute boy and he doesn't know what else to do.
I think that basically Priya is currently suffering from the hopeless condition.
So what do I have to roll?
Comfort or support, which I believe is mundane.
Well, I'm not angry, so I don't have any. I am.
Good.
All right, Simon, can I run something by you and see if it'll work?
Yeah, please.
So I have a move called Logical Angle. When I comfort or support someone by rationally pointing out their mistake, so they can do better next time, I wonder if I can target that at Eris, but give Priya the benefit, since Eris has been telling everyone that it was her that was the target and not Priya.
Fair. That's fair. Eris was trying to.
Okay.
Maybe Eris
and
was
at the
trying
same
to
time
get
gives us
attention for the victim card.
I mean, I think rules as written, that it may not be rules as intended, but I think that is a reasonable enough interpretation of rules as written that
It's some mental gymnastics. Are we telling a story or are we playing a game?
Well, the thing I'm going to say, but Eris, I mean, you told everyone it was you. We probably should have been clear about the scope of the issues with the Voyeur eyeglass, whatever the heck his name was, from the get-go, and maybe that would have made this a little bit better. Which means I get to roll superior for comfort and support instead of mundane, which is at a +3.
Oh boy. Oh, boy.
And rolled an 8. That's a hit.
Nice.
Okay.
So, if they do not open up to you, mark a condition. So that's where I'm at. So either, since yeah, I'll let you decide how that goes.
Yeah. So they mark potential clear condition or ship labels if they open up to you. So she was like, "No, you're right." And look, you two had my back when this started. And you haven't let me down. We can... No, we have to do this.
It's the only way to get it back. Like it's the only, like right now we're on our heels. It's the only way to get back on our toes.
All right, this is going to be super sappy, but I'm going to grab her hands and be like, you have my comms. I'll be listening. If you need something, I'm right there. And of course, Eris is with you. You can't go wrong. She'll take care of you.
You're so fucking cute.
So she, Priya's willing to go along with this. She's just, lifting her head up, but still feeling a bit rattled from having another sort of invasion of privacy coming so quick on the heels of the last one.
Okay. And again, I'm asking Priya, can we tell people what actually happened from the beginning so that the 7 of us together, well, okay, maybe 6, because fuck Kuthaka, that the 6 of us together can come up. The 6 of us together, my team, her, and Endotherm, because we don't know anything about Endotherm. We have to protect her too.
I hear
Like,
she's
just-
cool.
The 6 of us together can come up with a plan.
Besides, we only want people who actually can contribute useful things. So, Kuthku's right out.
God, I'm so glad everybody has adopted my character's disdain for Kuthka.
I mean, listen, my character.
Not everybody. He is still my roommate. Come on, guys.
I mean, you can go crash in Victor's storage shed if you have to, but
That sounds
Look.
horrible.
listen.
Yeah. In the
Janice?
meantime,
In the meantime, go ahead.
at some point, I need to get together with Victor and ask him what the heck is up with all this moss and gargoyle skin and scales, because that didn't happen the last session I was in. And then I got some food poisoning, and I come back, and it's like you're trying to shapeshift halfway all over the place. What's going on?
Have we moved to the foyer where you would see me inspecting my scarred up face in the mirror?
After I get done talking with Endotherm, most likely. I just kind of appear in the mirror behind you and I keep meaning to ask, what is going on with that?
Just the side effect of some of my holistic medicine. It's not permanent. Probably.
Oh, that's very reassuring.
I mean, it was this or me and Daedalus bleed out, so...
What did I miss?
Well, I got hit with about an 800-pound statue. The pieces of it, anyway, as you can see. My modeling career is really on the rocks now.
I don't know. I think you're walking that look pretty hard.
Thanks. I think the big thing is I think I know what we need to do to figure out who stole our information. I just need to, I need to go somewhere. I'll be right back. But yeah, no. The stuff with the potion is fine. I accidentally put a little bit too much juice into it, and, Dryad, essence, taken on kind of like the aspect, kind of like, you know, people who can shapeshift. You know how sometimes they don't fully shift back? Or sometimes they retain aspects of the animal that they shapeshifted in for longer than they anticipate. Do you know what I'm talking about? You've been around supers most of your life, right?
Yeah, I can't say I do because I never hang out with anybody like that, but I can imagine it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll go away eventually. Once I stop taking the potion, once all the wounds and stuff are completely healed. But yeah, I just gotta step out. I think I know of just the thing that's gonna help us find the person who did this, and I'm gonna use all the best stuff. And I rolled a 14.
Well, at least it worked once.
Yeah, at least it worked one
Fan of
time.
my style here, Code.
No, go ahead. That's totally my role, though, but continue.
No, go ahead. You do your sleuthing and I'll do mine. We just had a conversation about how we're all in everything together, but we're going completely two separate ways.
This is
And you left me immediately behind when I was trying to go in.
You can come with me if you want. I just jumped through the mirror in the foyer.
Oh my god, please go with him because that'll perfectly line up with the fact that you're still my rival for his attention.
Sure.
So you come through the portal with me into one of the caches that my mother's order keeps throughout the corporeal world. Inside of this cache is a large statue where actually it's suddenly quite cold. We're on like the side of a mountain somewhere that you don't recognize because we've been displaced significantly geographically. And there's this statue of a temple dog. But kind of like the show Gargoyles, you'll notice that there's cracked and broken up stone, like stone skin, all around this statue. And very rapidly, since I rolled a 14, Victor is going to shrink this statue and put it into his pocket. And then open up a portal and take us back.
Where the heck was that?
It's a bet.
Like you do.
Don't worry.
So you guys come back and over here, Tibet. I'm like, Tibet?
But this dog, these things are serious business. Better than bloodhounds. When sacred artifacts are taken, they're used to hunt down the souls of the people who violate the sanctity of the temple. This guy, we just gotta wait for nightfall. He'll be perfect. He'll lead us right to whoever broke in.
Can I hear any of this?
Oh yeah, you hear all of it.
Doesn't that seem a bit drastic?
We have to figure out who took our information. We don't know what they're doing with that information or what they're planning.
What if there's more than one?
More than one what?
More than one culprit.
Okay.
You sent this thing out. What if there's more than one? What's the side effect of that?
Well, then we figure out where one is, and then we extract that information and figure out where the others are.
So it finds the closest one, and then the next one, and the next one, so on and so forth, all the way up the chain.
Listen, man, it's a dog, not an algorithm, but it'll get us there.
I think Victor is more suggesting and I'm going to crack my knuckles, we extract from the first person it comes across rather than try to track down everyone.
Okay.
So, the tracking thing seems like it will be a fairly big plot point. Can we hold off?
I'm fully leaving that to you. whether or not this will actually work. Victor thinks it'll work, but who it actually leads us to, and whether or not that's the correct trail, or whether or not it's somebody completely different that they made as a patsy or like a low-level lackey, that's completely up to you.
Playing out the whole ritual, though, of setting it out and doing that, can we, as a request, hold that up until...
Oh yeah, that's why I said nightfall. I'm making this thing like a gargoyle.
Okay. Then...
the art history major of me is compelling me to tell you that that's actually a grotesque. I'm sorry, gargoyles filter rainwater.
You know what a Koma Inu is, right?
They redirect rainwater, yes.
Yes, I know what a Kamainu is.
Because that's what I got. That's what I borrowed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm back in the foyer, Eris.
Eris is going to come out with Daedalus and Priya in tow and ask if we, the six of us, completely ignoring Kuthka. Well, no. She's going to, like, where is Kuthka, Simon?
He's sort of like already on his way out.
Cool beans, because I don't want
Wow.
to include him in any of this. I'm going to, like, arse Clymene and Victor along with, like, hands on both of their waists to be like, let's go to the lab or whatever space Aaron set up for us to be, like, our safe zone.
Yeah. I'm going to let you know that Endotherm told me that she probably wanted to get with her team and let them know what was going on first, but she'd be fine getting with us closer to lunchtime.
All right, cool. Then we're all going to rendezvous. We're all going to meet in the lab. We're going to exchange stories, and then, like, we're going to... Julius, me and you are going to tell the story about how we got the guy, and then me and Priya are going to use these handy dandy passes that I got for us. We're going to use them twice because we do have to go see Hardcase to cover our own asses, but then we're going to leave campus and go to the jail and try to talk to this guy that is always plugged in to the surveillance systems to see if he had it even while it was down, to see if he could see the other team that got into the school while we were dealing with Beatnik and Mr. Raglan and Mr. Tweed and the
Tex Tyler, the terrible Taylor.
Oh, while we're talking about this, I also want to get with Daedalus to get the video information off of my thing on two separate, USB sticks. One of them being the video I took with him and Priya while we were eavesdropping on them, and the other being what I saw recording with that guy coming in, at the end and disintegrating Tex Tyler's companions and all. Because at this point, you still haven't told me. I imagine I'll find out when we're talking in this big meeting about videoing Priya being a big no-no.
It is a little after 11, and I am fading a bit. But,
I think we're at a natural pause point here, because we have a sense of where we need to go next, but it's all kind of bigger scenes.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Did good.
Yeah. Good time today.
Yeah, this is a great session. Simon, thank you very much.
Eris and Victor, that was just a crackerjack scene that you two got to play out. Crackerjack, I say.
Dude, are we the prize inside, Simon? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah,
it was intense at the very least.
The real prize was the friends we made along the way.
which you are determined to throw by the roadside because it's really only the two of you at the end of all things.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I said no offense. I said it's only because you guys don't understand. Maybe someday you will.
All right. Well, I suppose then. Thanks everyone for watching, and be sure to join us next time.
Yeah, we'll catch you all next time. Boy.